everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the 2015 werewolf horror movie Howl, and the question I constantly ask myself is how I haven't seen this movie yet, because I really love werewolf movies. They're amongst my favourites that in the horror genre. Dog Soldiers I adore, American Werewolf in London. I loved Were, that came out a couple of years ago. I even enjoyed Late Phases, even though a lot of people criticise the special effects in that. I thought that was very good. I like werewolf movies. I think they're really good, and if done right they can be a lot of fun and pretty scary. So I've been really wanting to see this film. I've just never got round to seeing it, and it's been strongly recommended by a number of people who I trust. So I've gone and done it now, and I've watched it. And what do we get with Howl? Well, we get a werewolf movie. It's set in the UK, and it's on a train, this werewolf movie, and it's the last train to somewhere. I don't know, it's like the midnight train to somewhere in the UK. There's not many on the train. You've got the guard, you've got the girls serving sandwiches who, let's be honest, there ain't going to be anybody serving sandwiches on a midnight train somewhere. And a select few passengers, not many, some that you instantly dislike, some that you are quite sympathetic to, so they get quite a good mix of passengers in there. And what basically happens on this train, the driver basically has to do like an emergency stop, and the driver's Sean Pertwee. And he gets out, tells everybody, sorry about that guy, sorry about the emergency stop, I'm just going to get out and check. And he gets out and he sees that there's basically like a deer being run over under the train. He hears some strange noises in the bushes, and lo and behold, there are some werewolves surrounding the train. It takes a while for the passengers to catch on as to what's actually happening. When they catch on, they do the usual I don't believe it business, and then they put up a bit of a fight and, you know, make the train a bit of a fortress, and they do their best to fight off this family of werewolves that is attacking them. So what do I think of werewolves, of Howl? I thought it was really good in a lot of ways. I don't think it's anything special or outstanding, or it does anything better than what we've seen before, but the premise is very good. The train it's filmed pretty well. The cast is very good, generally speaking. If a little generic, you've got the guy you're supposed to hate, the girl you don't like, you've got the elderly couple you're sympathetic to, the guard who you want him to do quite well. So they get the balance right, but it is quite generic and predictable in regards to the passengers, but not necessarily the plot. It's predictable in some ways, but not in others. I thought the way they built the tension in the film was very, very good. I thought the horror elements were pretty good. It was pretty scary at times. I thought the effects were very good, actually. If you're more of a traditionalist when it comes to werewolf movies, all fours type things, you might be a little bit disappointed here because of the more human form. But generally speaking, I thought the effects were pretty good. It doesn't follow the traditional silver bullet route for werewolves in regards to how you can damage them, that sort of thing. So it kind of makes up some of its own rules. That's okay, you know. And it's a very, very good film. A lot of fun, actually, as well. I have to say, it was scary when it needed to be, but not terrifying, if you like. It still allowed you to have fun with the movie, and there was a couple of giggles in there too. It's quite light-hearted at times. It kind of knew what it was. It was a bit tongue-in-cheek, and it allowed you to have a lot of fun while you were watching it. So it didn't take itself too seriously, which I think can be a real strength in a movie like this. That's why I think Dog Soldiers is so fantastic, because it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's a right laugh when you watch that movie. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. It was actually better than I anticipated, and to be fair, I don't really know what I anticipated, even though I'd read a couple of things on the movie. So yeah, if you are a fan of horror movies and werewolf movies, this is a film that I would definitely recommend you watch. It hits all the notes. It's scary, it's funny, it's fun, it's well acted, it's well filmed, the premise is good. It ticks an awful lot of boxes in regards to horror movies, this movie, and especially werewolf movies. In regards to weaknesses, yeah, it's a little bit predictable, it's a little bit generic. The ending doesn't really, I suppose it's subjective really. The ending I wasn't overly keen on, but some people may really like the ending. So for me, this is a strong 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm glad I watched it. And if you haven't seen Howl yet, get out there and watch it. Thanks for watching, everybody.